welcome back to, well, you know what? Let me start with it. Welcome back to the Thursday show here.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, dang. Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm working out a deal with Kyle's agent so he can do the intros on the Thursday show. So, yeah.
I love being intro free.
Yeah.
Intro free.
He's got he has his attorney here, so we're just waiting for the agent to call back. But welcome
As soon
back
as the
to
paperwork looks good. As long as I don't have to go to bed early and you don't limit me on my video games, I'm good.
welcome back to Popcorn Culture. This is the Thursday show known as the Pickup Show, the 15th episode of the Pickup Show. Of course, we will be showing pickups from action figures to comic books to trading cards. We will be breaking cards at the end of the stream. Pokemon Top Series 2, looking for that Rodriguez short print, and a little bit of Panini basketball. But yes,
I like basketball.
thank you guys for joining us. Let's hit the chat real quick. Righteous Flipper here, as always. I trust in dollar. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's very kind. Patrick, our main guy. How you doing, Patrick? Can't wait to whip your butt in fantasy. This show is brought to you by Sniff Comics, sniffcomics.com. Use the code YouTube10 and get 10% off your next order once you register and your transaction is complete. Make sure when your transaction is complete, please refer Sniff Comics to your friends and family because I trust these people. They are good people. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Turn on the notification bell. Double click that baby to all so you don't miss any of the content forthwith. Let's go ahead and introduce our panel. But first, so I don't get reamed in the comments, there will be spoilers. This will contain spoilers.
What the
fuck
is a
If
spoiler?
you don't want to watch spoilers, get the frick out of here. But let's go.
What up?
So
Let's go ahead and let's start with our main guy right here. That is Sam. He is the creator of the Manga Minute with Triple D.
Whoa.
I'm channeling a little bit of Magnum tonight.
Sex Panther by Odio.
It's Magnum.
60% of the time it works every time. Oh wait, that's Anchorman. Oh, Magnum is Zoolander.
Magnum.
That's Sex Panther you're talking about.
Merman,
Dad.
Verdi's like, I gotta turn this down. And next on the lineup, Kyle from the Saturday Show and Modern Comic Mayhem, and also you can catch him on multiple shows on Renovision. Make sure you
Consider me a
support
free
Renovision.
agent. An
Oh, you are a free
unrestricted
agent.
free agent.
So no more Modern Comic Mayhem. Is that a hot take?
No comment.
Okay, so we're still working the details out there. I'm gonna try to get him to stay, but we'll see. I guess he got a second job during that time, so that's all right. And then you got the nerd, the
Big
bird,
time.
Ferdie.
Big time nerd. Yeah. It may be
Living in
Thursday,
one of the
but I'm
best
wearing red
places in the
anyway.
world.
Wearing red
Ferdie, are
anyway.
you bringing the
That's
heat
Thursday.
today? What are you bringing today?
I'm bringing just a little like lukewarm, like kind of like pie crust, like after you take a pie out of the oven, that kind of heat.
Par bake. A par
There you
bake.
go. Yeah. Don't want to be too hot. You don't want inflation hot. You know what I mean? You just kind of
Okay,
want,
so
like,
this
Fuck
guy's gonna
inflation hot. That sucks.
This guy's gonna have a market report, and it should be pretty good since I had to
review it.
look over it and double check it, and
Like Kyler Murray's contract,
fix a bunch of errors. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect.
I signed a Kyler Murray contract, and now I have to have Dollar look over my market fix.
I'll look it over.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
Dollar's not a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. I'll look it over.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Dollar doesn't even know how to spell warning.
That is true. So
Kyle can take anymore.
let's go ahead and hit the chat one more time before we get into our world of pop culture media news. Hello, Linda. How you doing? And Nathan, what's going on, man? No, we'll see. I'm gonna. Oh, there's Kyle. I'm gonna talk to Kyle. We'll see. Nothing's set in stone. Just remember that. We're all friends here. We're all family. So, Kyle, I can't hear you. You're on mute. I will unmute your mic.
Oh,
yeah.
MCM is still every Saturday night. There is still an MCM.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And you're still going to be on it, hopefully. We'll see. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's hit this and let's hit this. All right, guys. Here we go. So, Marvel Studios director takes in. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong freaking slide. Let me do that again. Let me do it again. Give me a second chance. My computer's lagging right now. I apologize. Let me try this again.
Mac.
All right. Stupid Mac. All right. Well, okay, so I'll just go ahead and wing it. This is MODOK, and I know we told you guys on Monday that Bill Murray was confirmed to play. There was a hot take by somebody in the panel. I don't remember who it was, but that is not true. So I apologize for that. I should have double checked
a whole different character, right?
They haven't even listed, I believe, his character. And according to recent news, Patton Oswalt is still in the mix. So yeah.
Well, he played MODOK in the Hulu series, right?
Correct.
Hulu.
And he was also MODOK's origin in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So and that's, remember when they went back in time and he was like the what is that? What's that? The hooch before alcohol was legal, the prohibition. What did they used to call them? Hooch
Moonshine?
runners or something?
Oh,
Moonshine
yeah.
runners. Yeah. He was right. So he did the Hulu series, and then Jim Carrey was rumored heavily to take over the live action part of this, but he has not been mentioned so far. And right now they don't have an actor, and they're talking about Patton Oswalt coming back. Bill Murray's definitely in the movie in Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, but he just has not been listed as a character yet. So yeah. Anyways, let's get. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into this. Here we go. Once again, I apologize for my Mac. I don't know what is happening here, but
I'm so bummed that this movie is going to be like the end of Phase 6.
Anyways, Marvel Studios director. I didn't mean to say that. That was rude of me. I apologize, but I'm trying to. This Mac's driving me crazy. I apologize for that too. Let's stop apologizing. Let's go. Marvel Studios director takes himself out of the running to helm Avengers: Secret Wars, aka Avengers 4 or Avengers 5, one of those. Kevin Feige delighted and confused Marvel Studio fans with the announcement that Avengers: Secret Wars is targeting a Thanksgiving 2025 theatrical release. Though the project
Fuck off, Kevin Feige, for doing 2025. Fuck off.
Though the project has been teased as early as June of 2021 in season 1 of Loki, the debate about whether or not something on the scale of Secret Wars could be put together in less than a decade raged on amongst fans. That debate hasn't ended with the announcement of the film, but some attention has been diverted to who might be directing Avengers: Secret Wars. When it was announced that Destin Daniel Cretton signed on to the helm of Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, which will debut just 6 months before Secret Wars, it was also revealed that Cretton was not on board for Secret Wars. It's hardly uncommon for Marvel Studios films that's over 3 years away to be without a director. But for one of this magnitude, it's become a talking point, and most of the discussion seems to center on directors who have worked with Marvel Studios in the past. That's not saying much because Taika Waititi, get rid of him.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
Well, let me hit the reveal, and we'll talk about it. Let's hit the reveal. Okay, so one such director is Scott Derrickson, who directed the 2016 Doctor Strange 1 and served as an executive producer on Multiverse of Madness. Has been mentioned as a possible candidate, but according to Derrickson, it's not in his cards. When asked if there were any possibility of him landing the gig, Derrickson promptly replied with a GIF or GIF that provided a firm, quote, no, unquote, as an answer. And there it is right there. Here's the GIF. No. So what is that? That's Watchmen. All right. So enough of that. Let's get to Kyle. He wants to talk about this. Let's hit on this. Go ahead.
Okay, one point is I'm so pissed that it's 2025. Like, so I got it's almost like a two-part question. I got who do you think should direct this, and what does that? Okay, so this is the end of Phase 5 for Marvel. What does that turn Phase 6 into? Then what does that make Phase 6?
The supernatural, or the horror.
They can't They can't do that alongside. Kind of like.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
probably
not going to happen because Blade and Werewolf by Night is going to be before this.
Because Werewolf by Night's going to be Halloween,
right?
Yeah.
Like this, I think is one of those movies that they can't mess up. They cannot mess up Secret Wars. Like they can't. It needs to be like, and I hate that we always reference this, but it needs to be like Endgame level of like remembrance. Like this needs to be epic. But it's like Patrick saying Russo brothers.
I agree. I think the Russos are all over this. I think you get the Russos, you sign Jim Shooter. Is Jim Shooter still alive? He's still alive, right? Yeah. Jim Shooter, and you grab Jonathan Hickman and Chris Claremont. No, Chris Claremont didn't do it. So just Hickman and Shooter, and you have them as advisors in the back, and you have the Russos directed. That's my dream team right there for Secret Wars. What do you got?
They should actually have Zek there as well.
Zack Snyder?
No, Michael Zek.
Oh,
why Zek? Is he going to sketch some stuff or just like for them? I mean, Zek will probably be involved with and I bet Alex Ross with the movie
I'm
stuff.
just saying, like BD Shooter, all of them should all be involved to make sure this thing goes perfect.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
means I've overhyped it already, and it's 3 years out, and I'm already going to be disappointed. Now I'm bummed. Thanks a lot, guys. You ruined it for me.
Jeez, Kyle.
No problem.
Kind of a bummer.
No problem, dude. It's all good.
Patrick says the Russo bros only ones that should direct this. He also added that a little disappointed they announced Shang-Chi director for the Kang Dynasty. Pickles and Nichols, welcome. Thank you for joining our live stream. They should let Christopher Nolan submit a script for this just to see what his ideas would be like.
No.
Christopher Nolan, he deals exclusively in time movies these days.
Yeah,
Righteous Flipper, he's always got some good intel. He is saying that, yes, saw him in McAllen, Texas a few months ago. Not sure who him is, but we'll add by Righteous Flipper. Zek did covers for series and pencils. Yes.
I know that he did, but like he knows how the feel and how it should be. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, so when they're making that concept art for this movie, that's who should be there.
Well, I kind of feel like I would want to see something like a political thriller or a spy thriller, or even like a, something along those lines where you think someone is one thing and then they turn out to be something else, but not like Body Snatchers. I don't want it to be like a horror movie, just like a political thriller where you're always guessing which side.
Did you say political? The word political?
Political thriller, yeah. Like have you seen Winter Soldier? Winter Soldier is kind of a political thriller.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're using Alex Ross's art. I think they're going to go with Jonathan Hickman's run. I mean, the Incursion or whatever from the arc that starts in that 2015 run is already part of this.
As long as they don't do Secret Wars 2 because that was just dog shit. I don't know if you guys remember it.
Nope.
It turned me totally off of reading Marvel for a while. It was so bad.
Oh yeah. They had like the first 3 or 4 issues. They had like the Beyonder and all these different. Here he is as a person, as a guy. So.
It was terrible, and it was. Yeah.
Ronan Kane, thank you for joining us. Hickman Ross run totally with all the incursions. Sorry, I keep saying excursions, but incursions. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next here.
Oh.
Some big news that dropped today. It is a rumor, but it was dropped by a very reliable scooper himself, not just on his site. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what he's saying. But yeah. Basically, what he's saying is that Union Jack is coming, and Olivia Colman is going to be playing Union Jack. Do we care? No.
What?
What?
Are you serious?
Well, give us a hot take, Sam.
Well, I don't have any information here. I'm just like scratching my head though. So she's supposed to be Union Jack.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
That's the rumor. I mean, it is a rumor, though, so
Hopefully
know. But
it stays that way.
I'll give you some details. It says, according to Olivia Colman's camp, she'll be taking on a gender swap version of Union Jack. There are currently 3 versions of the characters in the character in the comics, and it's unclear if they are sticking to the recent version of Joseph Chapman, who had a run-in with the Skrulls. But this character is all but confirmed for Secret Invasion. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
On to the next.
All right.
The craziness continues.
All right, so let's move on to the next. Marvel Studios president teases their approach to, quote, Deadpool 3, unquote. If one movie that Marvel Studio has that movie fans are desperate for more news, it is Deadpool 3. The Ryan Reynolds-led threequel might be the Flash's film on the Marvel's upcoming slate, but it is one of the few projects due in the next handful of years that the company has barely talked about. Even Marvel's signature Hall H presentation last Saturday at San Diego Comic-Con 2022 failed to offer any new information on Wade Wilson's next big adventure. Luckily for fans, however, studio boss Kevin Feige came through with a fresh little tidbit when speaking to The Hollywood Reporter earlier this week. From The Hollywood Reporter, while discussing the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Feige mentioned the hopes of Deadpool 3 can be as grand of a trilogy capper as Captain America Civil War and Thor Ragnarok before it. He says, how do we elevate it in the way we've been able to with Civil War, Infinity War, or Ragnarok? It's very fun to be in the world of the Ryan Reynolds show. That came straight from Kevin Feige. It's been stated by Feige and both Kevin Feige and Ryan Reynolds before that the creatives involved with Deadpool 3 are taking great care to craft a good script. It would seem fans should expect the third film in the franchise, which is set to take place within the MCU as opposed to the Fox X-Men universe of the first 2 installments, and will be canon in the MCU. If the mentioned examples are any indication, Marvel may be planning on bringing on a few other guest characters into Deadpool's theatrical journey. Yeah.
So the first Deadpool movie, the climactic scene takes place on the downed helicarrier from the first Avengers movie.
Right.
They redesigned the jets so that it wasn't exactly the same as the Marvel Studios helicarrier, but that's what it was. It was a helicarrier.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think Deadpool always kind of had an eye towards the MCU anyway. So I don't think putting him in the MCU would be that big a stretch. The only thing is that the second movie was like very heavy on X-Men.
Yeah, big time.
The first one too. You had Colossus. You had.
How awesome would that be though to have Deadpool introduce the X-Men?
That would be pretty cool. But they specifically had the First Class guys like do a little cameo, right? They're like
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Dad Life Comics, welcome. Eric Hurd, welcome. Eric Hurd saying that she's going to be Jacqueline, or he's asking if Jacqueline Fallsworth as Union Jack. So I guess that was one of the iterations, unless that was in a what if. Female Union Jack. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Dad Life. What's going on, my man? Female Union Jack. Jake. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
I'm going to drink for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink. Russian bot. Drink. Okay.
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd give me a pitch for that third Deadpool movie.
Well, I'm not an agent or a producer.
Well, I mean, so the Marvel formula is always origin story, more of the same, and then everything upside down, right? So what is Deadpool upside down? That's what I want to know.
X-Force.
Deathstroke.
X-Force. It's X-Force. Because Domino's coming back. Cable's coming back. Deadpool. And then, you know, and then remember Deadpool 2, which is not, I believe, is non-MCU canon because the Fox, they were kind of like making fun of the X-Force characters and X-Men characters and killing them off real fast, like it was a joke. So maybe they can take a more serious approach in that aspect. Nathan saying Gwenpool. I don't think they really have anything to do with each other besides the fact that there's Pool and they have a similar suit. There's not really a lot of origin with those two, but we'll see. I mean, that would be great. But I see Gwenpool coming in an animation first.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You know,
makes sense.
Ronan Kane saying pitch Deadpool, merch for money with Hitmonkey and Massacre, etc. But how about Lady Deadpool? I mean, in the second Deadpool, they had a callback to her at the beginning of the movie. Remember when he was assassinating all those Asian or Japanese yakuza, and then he went. They were showing all the places around the world he was assassinating. He was murking people, and then there was that one where they were at the strip club, and he had a blonde wig. Remember the blonde wig?
Yep.
That I looked at that as a callback or an Easter egg to Lady Deadpool. So that would be cool to have Lady Deadpool because, you know, her hair looks almost exactly the same with the Deadpool. Righteous Flipper is saying, I like John Byrne's take on Union Jack, Baron Blood storyline. Justice pencils and mood that Byrne can deliver is fantastic. Hope they do not use Kirby take from the Invaders. And Heroes Born, welcome. What's up, buddy? All right, let's move on. Oh, yeah, I'm right here. Okay, so Kevin Feige on Marvel Studios' new outlook on the Avengers films. For the first decade of its existence, Marvel Studios rolled out an Avengers film every 3 years or so to signal the end of a phase. Fans were treated with the Avengers Part 1 in 2012, towards the end of Phase 1, Avengers Age of Ultron in 2015, towards the end of Phase 2, and double-dipped with Infinity War and Endgame in 2018 and 19 to end Phase 3. Endgame, of course, was the final film, as you guys know, what's now known as the Infinity Saga, a long-form narrative told over the course of 23 films and 3 phases. 3 years removed from the release of Endgame, Marvel Studios' next phase is off and running, and in less than 2 years has seen the release of more than half of what the studio did in the first 11 years, thanks to the addition of the in-universe streaming series on Disney+. Phase 4 is already 13 projects deep, with 2 more coming in 2022, which is She-Hulk and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and 26 more scheduled from 2023 to 2025. As it stands, When Daredevil Born Again releases on Disney Plus in the spring of 2024, Marvel Studios' post-Infinity Saga output will surpass what the studio released in its first 10 years, with a total of 25 projects released in just over 3 years. None of those projects, however, will have been an Avengers projects like the previous phases. At San Diego Comic-Con 2022, Marvel Studios head cheese Kevin Feige revealed the studio's upcoming slate, which includes 2 upcoming Avengers films, which we discussed earlier, with both of those films slated to hit theaters in 2025 or by the end of 2025. Fans are staring down a 6-year stretch in between Avengers films, double what they've been accustomed to. Feige explained why the studio has broken free from the pattern they once set for themselves. Quote, this comes from Feige, verbatim. The truth is, when we were doing phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, there was less projects over more years. There were smaller projects and individual character stories, and it felt appropriate at that point that after every 2 or 3 years that it took for a phase, we would do a Avengers film as a phase 4, 5, and 6 were okay. As phase 4, 5, and 6 were coming together, there were more projects in less years. Because of all the amazing stuff we're now allowed to do on Disney Plus, thank you, Disney, and getting characters from Fox, Fantastic Four, and Deadpool, and the X-Men, it felt like, certainly after Infinity War and Endgame, that we thought Avengers movies aren't cappers. So basically, they're saying Avengers movies were cappers of phase, and now they're looking at it as it doesn't have to be that way. So many of our movies now are multiverse of madness type, and what you're about to see in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania all are big team-up films introducing big parts of the mythology. Avengers films really should be the capper to the saga if it goes that way. Feige left a lot to unpack there, but the key points are that the increase in the number of productions, the ability to tell stories on Disney Plus, and the addition of new properties via the Fox merger, with the fact that the studio can use the already existing wealth of the characters in team-up style films, all help the studio rethink what an Avengers film might need to be or what the fans want to see. Part of the allure of the Avengers films is seeing multiple heroes working together, and that's something that the studio can do in nearly every project they roll out nowadays, given that they have dozens of already established characters at their disposal. Interesting. Heroes Reborn. How crazy is that painting? Ross added more art in the friggin' reflection of Thor's armor chest plate. And I know. I totally agree.
So
AOA, I tried to make you a moderator, but unfortunately there's like 5 million AOAs. I tried to make everybody here a moderator on the panel in AOA, and I couldn't find him. So especially Kyle, his ID is like Kyle 4568920
6479 532.
That's pretty easy.
We got some Sony news, guys. Madam Web, latest set photos offer a first look at Madam Web project, and Adam Scott is confirmed. Madam Web remains a web of mystery as we try to figure out what exactly Sony's endgame is here, no pun intended, and where they are heading with this whole Spider-Man Venom verse that doesn't actually feature the webhead. They have quite a few projects in some form of development, but the one currently that stands out is a mystery known as Madam Web, hinting at, as their take at Doctor Strange, it may actually be used as a different kind of film altogether. There's no clear hint at if this might be the film to introduce us to the Sony's version of Spider-Man, may it someone new or even familiar. Yet the casting of Adam Scott had many thinking that perhaps he's one to take on the mantle in this project, on the mantle of Spider-Man or some type of Spidey. While we don't get any clarification, we do get our first look of Scott in some new set photos. So let's see here.
Oh, cool. He's playing Null. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Right?
I
think what we're going to see is all of these villains come together like the Avengers do. against Spider-Man. So Spider-Man's going to be the Thanos of the Sony Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man's gonna be I
I
wish
Or
thought,
no one showed up.
Morbius. No, I was joking.
It's Morbin time. Abomination. What
unfortunately,
were we looking at Abomination for?
because I'm looking at the set photos and you can't. It just has his face, so there's no caution. I wanted to bring this up real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, why is Abomination on here? I have no freaking idea. Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther's co-stars want Wakanda Forever, aka Black Panther 2, to honor their brother, their leader, and their king. Winston Duke went ahead and did an article with it looks like Entertainment Tonight or Entertainment. And basically what he was saying is that the most important thing is honoring T'Challa, which we know him as Chadwick Boseman. And he was our brother, leader, and our king. That was definitely at the forefront of our minds and our spirits and our hearts. We are all very saddened still to this day with his passing. There was this amazing impact that the first Black Panther had. So the need, I think, was to really solidify that these characters and this world have an arc. It wasn't a one-time momentous thing, end quote. The cast spoke about wanting Wakanda Forever to live up to the legacy of the first film. And basically, Duke went ahead and jumped in the interview and added that, quote, it's also important to let go and he's talking to the fans here, let go of any expectation that this movie will be like a new Black Panther 1, Duke added, end quote. Then he added to that, quote, this is going to be its own thing. Its own narrative this narrative has evolved and it's changed, just like all the characters and the circumstances of Wakanda itself. For me in particular, I just had to let go of the expectation of this being anything like the first movie and allow this movie to be its own thing, end quote. In addition to returning cast members like Gurara, Nyong'o, Duke, Wright, and Florence Kasumba, Wakanda Forever features some new faces, which is, you guys know, is Tanakh Huerta as Namor, with Mabel Cadena and Alex Libanali joining the cast as Namora and Adama. The film will also mark the debut of Michelle Cole as Anika? Or, yeah, I think that's it. And Dominic Thorne as Riri Williams, also known as Ironheart, a brilliant teenage tech inventor who will soon star in her own Disney Plus series. So what I got from this is not only they want to put it out there like, hey, don't forget about Chadwick Boseman and all that stuff, but if the part that he added on the second or when he replied, the second part of his interview, he was like, don't expect it to be like a new Black Panther 1, meaning like, hey, you know, like he knows that we know Shuri's coming as Black Panther kind of deal. Like this is going to be a whole new thing. I think that he's basically saying that we are going to basically start where we left off. Unfortunately, Chadwick's not here.
I think so too. They're just going to push forward.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is the story is going to continue. It's not going to be another origin story. I mean, it is an origin story, though. If they're getting a new Black Panther or some other character is going to become king or queen of Wakanda.
Does now, do you guys think Shuri is going to stay Black Panther after this movie or not?
I don't know, man. She was having a rough time with production.
I think her and Marvel Studios has officially kissed and made up.
I hope so. I mean, now that the COVID thing isn't as big of a threat as it was, I think it's time that they bury the hatchet and move on. She's still really good for the role.
Creed 3 is postponed, guys. I know a lot. I'm a big Michael B. Jordan and Creed fan, Rocky fan, me and my whole family. But it's moved from around, I think it was Thanksgiving to 2023 with no date in sight. They're saying possibly around beginning of spring, March area. So if you were waiting for that, I apologize. It's not my fault.
Okay, Rich. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. No one was blaming you, Rich.
I was.
Like, don't kill the messenger.
Ben Affleck's Batman is confirmed for Aquaman 2. Hot take that just came out today. Let's go ahead and pull this sucker up.
So every scene that Amber Heard was in is now going to be Batman.
Basically, yes. Let's go ahead and hit this. So, new Aquaman 2 set photos confirm Ben Affleck's DCEU confirmation. And basically, what happens here? So here is Pride of Gypsies, Momoa's IG, right? And then here is him and Affleck just like in a room or something, and you're like, that doesn't confirm anything. But then here you go. Let's go ahead and play this.
Well, it's not a fucking secret anymore, is it? Sorry, children. That's what happened, Warner Brothers. When you walk out of your set, and there's our fans. Hey, guys, have a good time.
That's awesome.
Jameson. Well, we tried to keep it a secret. All right, here we go. Thank you.
BA.
Hercules.
Sorry, bro. Whoops. Well,
That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We're going to go ahead and hand the mic to our boy here, Kyle, and let's go ahead and bring up this CM Punk and Matt's, your friend Matt. What's his show?
Absolute Geek Podcast.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull it up, and go ahead and give us what you were thinking, Kyle, because I'm eager to hear this too. He wouldn't even tell me backstage.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Hot take. So let's move on to the market report.
What Kyle's saying is comicbook.com is kind of a big outlet, and they
Shit, I'm muted. My bad. So
just let me handle it. Okay, CM Punk spoke with the Absolute Geek Podcast, which is Matt's podcast. He used to be on Modern Comic Mayhem. He's good friends with Kyle and Sam. And he spoke with Matt. CM Punk spoke with Matt during the San Diego Comic-Con last weekend and was asked about the news regarding Vince McMahon's sudden departure from the WWE. McMahon's retirement announcement was quickly followed by the news that Stephanie McMahon, chairwoman and co-CEO, Nick Khan's co-CEO, Paul Levesque, head of creative, would be stepping into Vince's role in the wake of an ongoing scandal of him paying millions to former employees to keep alleged sexual misconduct quiet. Punk's WWE history is well documented, and he was skeptical about McMahon truly being desperate from the company. Quote, it's coming from CM Punk. You think because he tweeted that I'm retired that he's not going to be hands-on? Punk sarcastically asked when the interviewer pointed out, he was basically being redundant. So go ahead and go from there.
I think in the actual video, I think Matt asks the question. He does the Kermit the Frog.
Do we have the video? Is this it right here? Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Right,
yeah.
Let's go.
So everybody go over to Absolute Geek and give them a like on this video. And I guess you should be subscribing.
You think because he tweeted that I'm retired, you think he's not going to be hands-on and he's not going to, you know?
But I mean, someday he's going to be gone. For real.
Sure. I mean, we all are, but I don't think I don't think the structure there. I don't think the what's the word I'm looking for?
Culture.
It's not at the cult. I don't think the culture there changes at all. You know, I think it is what it is. I'll put it to you like this. Oh boy, people are going to be real fucking mad about this, but fuck it. Mercedes and Trinity leave, and they announce on SmackDown that, gosh darn, we're so disappointed in them, and they really let our fans down. Well, Brock splits, comes back, obviously. I think he worked the show. But where's Michael Cole saying, man, Brock Lesnar really let these fans down? I walked out. They went on TV and they called me a quitter. What's changed? What's the difference? You're going to attack these two fucking poor women who just kind of had enough and they walk? You got bigger balls than everybody there. So what's changed? You know, there's nothing much that's changed, you know, and there's people that talk about it and there's people that do it, you know, and the people who lick the boots and have the audacity to go on live television and say that about those two women, fucking cowards and bootlickers. It shit's ridiculous. Why didn't they do it for Brock? They did it for me, you know. I don't know. It's none of my business.
Make sure you're subbed up to Absolute Geek Podcast, guys.
Matt there's another part to that. He interviewed a couple other wrestlers too, and he got some pretty cool interviews while he was in. Like he got to be part of the Hall H panel for Marvel. And if you guys hop over to Renovision, he does kind of a cool breakdown of some of that stuff. So of what he got to see. So, but yeah, it's kind of, good for him because you know what? He got 8,000 clicks in a day.
That's sick. That's awesome,
good
dude.
for him, man. Like he works hard. I hope that happens to all of us eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Paper Girls is on Prime. Check it out. All right, it's time for Among the Minutes with Triple D Dodgeball, aka Sam. Take it away, Sam.
I'm on. All right, let's go to the first slide. That's Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Oops. Let's
Hey, Kyle.
go.
Looking good, Kyle.
All right, let's go.
All right. Well, okay. So as we discussed last, I think, a couple weeks ago, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh has passed away. He drowned during a scuba accident.
Jesus.
Well, the good news for you speckers is that all of his manga appearances, the value is going up. So if you're in the spec world and you're looking for manga to spec on right now, Yu-Gi-Oh is going up. So if you have some, it'd be a good time to sell it. If you're looking to buy some, it's probably at a high point right now. You might want to wait a little bit before you buy into it, right? Remember, buy low, sell high. You don't want to buy high, sell low. Mm-hmm. But the prices are going up. I just gathered a couple samples from Google to show you where the price is going. You can, of course, track the price and see which way it's headed. But I think it's up $20 from the last time we looked at it. You want to go to the next one? Yeah, here was the same magazine, 667. The other one was 421.
Damn.
So it's gone.
Is there a market report on this, Rich?
You're looking at the market report.
There's a market report on this. So if you have it, and this one was the big one. This one from November 2004 this is the English Shonen Jump, $950. Although it's probably gonna hold there for a while. I don't know it'll move at that point. The other one I wanted to talk about is there was a lot of news out of San Diego Comic-Con about a live action Knights of the Zodiac, And so here is the first appearance of Knights of the Zodiac in Japanese Shonen Jump. And you can see here's 3 samples of what it's going for. On the low end, you got $4.99. On the high end, $5.98. So it's $500 to $600. So yeah, these are things that you guys could be picking. You look to the future, right? We're looking at One Piece live action coming down the line. So if you're into the spec of the manga market, looking to make some money, let's start looking at that One Piece stuff. And there's a lot of One Piece content out there, so it might not be as rare as some of this stuff. But as we get closer to the debut of that live action series, I'm sure you'll see some movement upwards. And that's the real point. Now, this tweet is related to Hunter x Hunter, which is another series that is very popular. You guys ought to be looking at. But this is a tweet. This is the translation of the tweet from the author of Hunter x Hunter, Togashi. And he says, for the time being, 10 episodes means 10 chapters. 10 chapters of person pen insertion are completed. And what that means is inking. So the 10 chapters have been inked. Dude, you're off too fast. He says there may be a fix. In other words, he's coming back. He says, we will continue to advance the manuscript for the next 10 chapters after that. At the same time, we will inform you of the progress of 10 chapters of inking completion. So it looks like Togashi is back. He's trying to get these chapters done, and we may have new Hunter x Hunter by the end of the year.
So
Cool.
He's a tracer, right?
He's a tracer?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that.
If he's inking it, he's a tracer.
Oh, Togashi
You trace.
it. He inks it.
Like Matina, right?
He's just over said designated lines that are already there.
Well, that's part of the process is that they'll do it in pencil, and then they go back and ink, erase all of the guidelines and all that other stuff. But yeah,
There's a
you're right.
remote. Yeah, there's a remote. I got a remote for you.
Is there a remote?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking to my dad. Sorry.
But that's from Hunter x Hunter. So we want to be looking at Hunter x Hunter. I will definitely let you guys know when it's coming down. But if you guys are into the foreign market or the international market and you are looking for something to pick up, Hunter x Hunter's return is going to be a big one.
Nobody
So,
got my Case and Amy reference. It's all right.
Is that
Sorry.
it? So I want to add. First of all, Heroes Reborn is asking Mysterious says, was he working for Hillary before he made Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Oh man, I hope not.
Hillary Clinton.
I'm part of the Clinton body count.
All right. Is that it? Are we good?
We're good, man.
All right, guys. It's that time of not the month, but the show. We have the Nerdbird Market Report. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. First book, Bloodstone number. Oh, Kyle.
Hang on. Let me.
Where'd Kyle go? Oh, it's me. Oh,
yeah. Go ahead.
all right. Bloodstone number 1. So big kind of. I know SDCC kind of threw a lot of books at us, so I kind of was bombing and weaving this week a little bit, but with the Halloween special coming up and not a lot of news other than Werewolf by Night, I thought Bloodstone would be a nice kind of pickup for the long haul. It's a little bit on the dip here. Last year it was selling for like 300 raw. I saw 9.6 go for 300 this past week. So as we always say, buy on the dip and sell high. I know 9.8s last year were going for like 1K, and this is early 2000s book, so tough and high grade. So go hunting. Go hunt for that one. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man number 10, right? Is that 10? Yeah, this is the Delato variant. First appearance of Spider-Punk. I think this news came out, I don't know, on SCCC or just on Key Collector, but there was kind of
No,
previews.
I saw it. I saw the toys. I saw them.
You saw them.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, Spider-Punk is going to be on some toys for the Spider-Verse movie. Could be showing up in the anime movie coming out next year.
There you go.
This book was like 800. You got it.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I thought you had something. Yeah, this book in 9.8 was going for like 800 only a few months ago, and I think this kind of hit the supply demand curve here. I saw one because I was searching for one because I just love this cover. Went for around $390. Buy it now, $399. One of those like $400 sales. Kind of tough high grade with the paper on this book and just the possibility of spine ticks and all that good stuff. So, but yeah.
Hold up. So just so you guys know, so it's confusing because Delato did these 1 in 25s and they're all connecting covers.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it started in issue either 8 or 9. 9 was second Spider-Gwen and first cameo of Supeda Man, Takashi, whatever, the Japanese Spider-Man. And then he went all the way up to 12 where Leopardo mixes and then Takashi mixes for full. This book, literally like a year, maybe 18 months, maybe like a year out of the pandemic, was $80. It is now a $400 book.
Yeah, sweet cover. This is kind of like my dollar bin kind of search for it kind of section. Let me look at my notes real quick. This is Uncanny Inhumans. What was number 12 too? Can't remember. Sorry. Yeah, first appearance of Medusa as Kane. So with all the Kane stuff going on, I figured you could still find this in dollar bins everywhere, I would say. I mean, I found it today. I picked one up. It's kind of my bargain pick of the week on all the SEC news.
What's the significance of this book?
It's the first appearance of Medusa as Kane.
And what's the issue number? It's Uncanny Inhumans. What's the issue number? 12?
Let me just double check. 2, sorry.
And then this is cover A?
Yeah, there's only one cover.
Chances are this is probably a low print run book. There's not a lot of people. I know the Inhumans were popular back then, but not a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's a cool cover. I dig it.
What's going on here?
Kind of what you piggybacking on what you were saying earlier.
Heroes
Avengers
Reborn
Academy.
confirmed. He said it was 12. Go ahead.
Okay. I thought it was 2, but okay, cool. Yeah, Avengers Academy number 1. Obviously, kind of what piggybacking what you were saying earlier, Rich. This book, or Marvel has trademark, copyright, whatever. Avengers Academy. There's a ton of first appearances. There's Hazmat, who's in the Hazmat scare. Dude, the Red Skull. And then this isn't his first appearance, but Reptile is part of Avengers Academy, and he is of Hispanic descent. His own series that came out last year. I think there's a lot of focal point on new characters. So pick this one up. It goes for like 30 raw, and it's kind of stayed that way. I haven't seen any 9.8 sales in this. Oh, sorry. I have seen a 9.8 sale because I sold it for like $225 about 3 months ago. So it goes for, I don't know. All right. So obviously Black Panther came out this week. This is part number 9. First meeting between Riri and Shuri in Wakanda. This book is this book, when the news came out last year, raw shot up all the way to like $90 to $80, almost 3 figures. A 9.8 last year went for like $525, and it's since came down before the trailer to around $250 for a 9.8 and like $40 for a raw copy. Obviously, a little FOMO's hit this book. It's really expensive. I probably wouldn't buy it online. I'd just try and dig for it or get it for a cheap price, but it's jumped back up to like the $80 range. I haven't seen any 9.8s go for this book yet lately, but just to kind of be on the lookout for if you see it at your LCS or in some random back issue bin. But it's a little too expensive if you're buying for the FOMO.
That's it. We talked about this book on Monday. Thank you. Shout out to Ferdie. You can catch Ferdie every Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon and on the East Wednesday night on the Tales from the Flip Side channel. What is your show called, Ferdie?
It's called the Nerd Bird Report. I do it with this gentleman called the Bad Boy Nerd. It's a really quick show. It's 40 minutes. He does FOC stuff, and I do like 4 slides on market books, and it's a pretty quick show. So, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right.
Thanks,
Let's dig in with Dollar. So this was going around IG and over the last day and a half, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Iron Fist. But if you notice the colors and the symbol in the back, it made people wonder which Iron Fist and one in particular. We're talking Lin Lee, also known as Swordmaster, also now known as Iron Fist. I don't know how real this is, but I'm going to let Ferdie take this one right here because not only he loves this character, but he posted this. So go ahead.
So I saw this on TiVo's account, and I have since Lord's Long Box, sorry, and I've seen since that this is not confirmed. There's no confirmation this is actually real, so I feel really dumb for reposting this, but not to say that it's fake. There's just no real confirmation. Regardless, I think it's an interesting concept just because Iron Fist is now, or sorry, Lin Lee is now Iron Fist. It's a really good book anyway. His first appearance is in Ages of the Atlas #2, but his first cover appearance is on that book. He's like right, where is he? Yeah, up the upper left-hand corner.
The guy with the big green sword.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. And that's his first full appearance, that book. I think the Southeast Asian characters are like 5 years away. So this is definitely a long-term hold if it even pans out. But it's a fun series anyway. I love Swordmaster. Good stuff.
I think this book right here, #2, second print is a Sleeping Giant.
Love it.
It's very low print run. I know he is actually not on the cover, but you see this green right here on the right? This is straight from the panel. That's his sword. That is the wake of his sword, which is interesting. It's cool. It's notoriety, in my opinion. This is his first solo. I've been telling people since I joined Flipside. It was one of the first books I talked about when I was on Flipside, almost coming on 3 years ago. Swordmaster 1. This is the second print. There's not even more than 1,000 of these in circulation, probably less. And at the time I was talking about this book, could be found on multiple online retailers for between $8 up to $15. I think one had Mile High had it at $20. Now it's like a $60 to $120. Damn. Here's your 1 in 25. I think that's a Philip Tan, and then this is the 1 in 50.
Yep.
But yeah, this was a very interesting post that Ferdie, and shout out to Tim Vo, also known as TiVo, Lords of Long Box. Please sub them up. They're a great YouTube channel. Tim's a friend of mine, and yeah, he's got some pretty good information. I usually trust him, but on his post that Ferdie reposted, he did say he didn't hear from Mikey Sutton. You guys know as geekosity.com, and he said that he is still digging into this. So don't take this as confirmation, announcement, or at this point even a rumor. But the fact that a fan made this or it's going around, it definitely it keeps us wondering.
Yeah.
You guys know his first cameo as Iron Fist is in this book, but you only really see you see a lot of stuff here, but you only really see his fist. That is his first cameo. That's considered a cameo. Cool. Here is his first appearance as Iron Fist, cover A, badass cover. This is the 1 in 25. This is the 1 in 50. He's not on the cover, but his broken sword is, and it's a homage, but it's a great variant. This is the book that is a Sleeping Giant for Iron Fist 1, in my opinion. This is the second print, and it's not only a badass cover, but the fact that he is standing over Danny Rand is pretty right. I mean, right during their fight, and before he took off, it looks badass. So yeah, I just picked up 4 of these for cover price at an online retailer. They're out there. I would grab these, and unfortunately we don't have accurate numbers with Comic-Con, but I would imagine there's too many.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to this. Harry Osborn, Amadeus Cho, Nico Manuro will appear in Spider-Man Freshman Year San Diego Comic-Con. This is the animation. It will not be MCU canon or Earth 19999. It will be like a side project, or not a side project, but like a animation spinoff. Universe. And if you see, these are the characters confirmed. And if you see this guy, that is him. That's Amadeus Cho, also known as Brawn. Amazing Fantasy 15 is already kind of a big book. There's not a lot of copies out there, 20K, I think, around. There's a newsstand version as well. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe 500 of those or less. I don't know any numbers. I'm just taking a wild guess.
Yeah. Crazy.
Here's his second appearance. This is a 50-cent book. This is the Planet Hulk story, the 4-issue miniseries. Here is his. I mean, I know he's on the cover of Amazing Fantasy, but this is his first full cover where he's just fully shown on the cover. That term has been going around lately in the market. So, but his origin is in here as well, and that's in the Incredible Hercules. I think it's 133. This is him as what's his name? Brawn. Totally Awesome Hulk #1. Here's the second print. There's a ton of variants. Hip hop variant that was a percentile qualifier, also known as a retailer unlock variant. And there's also some really cool Dale Keown incentives and some other incentives as well. I think Michael Turner has one. Here is him and the first appearance of the Protectors. This is the book I like a lot. This is Totally Awesome Hulk #15. This is the team. I know teams aren't the best to be speccing on, but we're talking a lot of teams and meetups. Like I said earlier in the news update, Feige said that we don't really have, he basically said in his own words, I'm paraphrasing here, but we don't really need an Avengers movie to be a capper for Phase. And he said there was going to be a lot of team ups and new meetups. So with that, these first meetup and team up books should be on your radar. This is Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, Silk, Shang-Chi, and you have him, Amadeus Cho, as Brawn. Now, Shang-Chi and Kamala are in the MCU. Unfortunately, Silk is not, but she is confirmed to have a series through Amazon Prime in the Sonyverse. You know how the MCU is. They have their own continuity. They do their own thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if she is replaced by another MCU canon character if they come. I don't know if they will. I'm just saying. Spider-Gwen, yeah, or whoever. These are the variants. The one on the left is dope. This is where I believe is 15 also the first appearance of Lady Hellbender, or is that in issue 1?
I think it's 2.
2. Okay. Well, here is her
2.
on the cover, and that is a percentile qualifier. Retailers had to order like 75 to 90% of a different issue to
a crap book, I'm sure.
It was some issue, I don't remember, to qualify for this book, and they could order as much as they want. And then here is the 1 in 25, which is a big book.
I freaking love that book. I need that book.
Some news that Tiger Division is happening. I wasn't clear on if it's coming to the screen or if there's going to be a new series. I think it's going to be a new comic book series. I think that's
new
what
series.
It is. Yeah. So if you aren't familiar with Tiger Division, that is also a team up book, but that is White Fox and Luna Snow and Black Cat, along with a few others, and then this dude, my favorite right now. You know him as, say it, Ferdie. What's his name?
Oh my God.
Taiguchi. I can't say it. I was hoping you knew.
Taiguchi.
Yeah. He's basically, in my opinion, right now in comics, is Marvel Southeastern Asia character Superman. He's got this almost the same identical powers. He flies, he shoots lasers out of his eyes and blows shit up. He can stop a bullet, however you say that cliche Spider-Man thing. But anyways, his first appearance is in Taskmaster 3. This is cover A on the left. This is your second print, which is a cheap book. You can get it below $10, and that would be his first cover appearance as well. Low print run, not as low as you would think, because there was this book right here, retailer exclusive. Shout out to Dennis from Wonderworld and I believe Salesfish. And this is the Captain Marvel 17 second print swipe or homage, that big book with Kamala. And this is the one you want to really seek out, though. If you can find this book, you slap it up and hang on to it. And once this character comes, this book might be able to get your kids through college. No joke. I'm kidding. I sold a
9.6 for $280. Dumb.
Okay. That's good. That's not smart. That's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
Here is White Fox first appearance. I just went ahead and put together the content with her on the cover. This is on the left, the big one. That's a huge book. That's a $200 to $300 book. Some people are asking like crazy numbers. And then this right here, I know Ron Lim is. I'm not a fan of Ron Lim, unfortunately, but hey, it's not the worst, and she's on the cover. It's a connecting variant as well. I'm not sure if it was open to order or percentile qualifier. If Drew from Wanted Comics is in the chat, he could definitely probably touch on that and let us know. We're almost done here. Okay, so Marvel Studios went ahead and got copyrights, patents for these titles recently.
Not patents,
trademarks. Sorry, the attorney. Sorry. Avengers Eternity Wars, Captain America Red, White, and Black, Nomad, Celestials End of Time, Eternity Saga, Avengers Excursion, Avengers Timeless, Avengers Academy, Timeless Saga, Hercules Rise or the Gods, Sam Wilson Captain America, Black Knight Origins, Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time, Red Guardian Generations, and Midnight Suns.
And Runaway are to throw us off that they're actually not going to make.
Yeah, I mean, would they really waste their time doing that though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep us guessing.
I don't think they're doing it to keep us guessing. I think they're just trying to reserve all of those marks because they're in development. Doesn't mean that they'll be produced, but they're in development.
You guys know this timeless one in the guts consists. It's source material, so it consists of many first cameo appearances and a really cool first cover with Miss Minutes. But this is the third print. This is the one I like with the what's his name? Mr. Miracle or whatever. Miracle Man. And then you have Captain America, Taskmaster as Captain America. You have, I think that's Ben Reilly. I'm not sure. But then you have right here on the right, that is a female Black Panther with some flowing blonde locks, similar to Storm's current hair, but also similar to Storm and T'Challa's daughter, who makes her first appearance in Dark Ages #4. I think her name is Nagasaki or something like that. But anyways, I haven't touched on this in a while, so I apologize. But yeah, it could be either or, but this is the one you want to grab, and there's not going to be a lot of them out there. The second print had a 1:50 ratio of Miss Minutes Ramos cover that was a sketch, so I'm guessing that the orders will be higher on that one. But I think the third print should be the one you should be really considering. Besides this monster, this one has dipped a lot. Buy the dip. I haven't checked it lately. She's been confirmed for Loki season 2, and with all this stuff coming that's basically multiversy and time travel, I think she's going to be around for a while, and I think this Ramos cover is also a sleeping giant due to the fact that we buy the dip. I'm going to crack some Pokemon cards, and my boy here, Ferdie, is going to bust open a top Series 2 box. But before we go, did you guys want to touch on anything?
Well, yeah, I thought you said we wanted to do some pickups, and I just want to let you guys know.
Yeah, we're going to do pickups first, but we're going to do the card break after.
I got some new dodgeballs. Woo! Brand new today.
Oh my god.
7-inch dodgeballs.
7 inches. Do you gotta break those in, or you just like do you just go for it?
They're gonna get the Nev will be better than what they are right now. Like there's a point at which they become unusable. So I have to kind of reload every season.
Reload. Okay.
Season.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share?
Like comics wise? No, that's all I got.
Anything wise? I mean,
I found this in a quarter bin this weekend.
A quarter bin.
Yep.
Really?
Swear to God.
Wow.
Yeah,
how's it look? How's the spine look?
Looks okay.
Oh, man.
I mean, there's a couple of spine ticks, but shoot, man, for a quarter, all day, baby.
What is that book? I've never seen it before.
Century.
Wait, what?
I kid.
Oh, okay. You're good. You're a good liar. It's good. Yeah, I got other stuff, but
is that
whatever.
it? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean that's it.
Kyle?
That was my thing.
I don't have any.
Nothing?
Nothing this week.
All right. Well, I'll do my unboxing.
Now I'm looking for that Taskmaster number 3.
I just put a bid on one. It's mine.
The one that's $54.
The one that's like 300.
All right, so I got these. I don't know if you guys, if you're not following me on IG, you can follow me at @_DO1LAR_. But if you missed that, here we go. Grabbed this yesterday. This was in the end cap at 30% off Target. And this is the Boba Fett Mission Fleet Micro deal. I got Outland the Fighter, Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter. Oops.
Cool.
And I got the Delta 7 Jedi Starfighter. That's Ahsoka Tano's. I got Emperor Palpatine, the Black Series, along with our favorite droid, our second favorite droid. I like R2-D2. C-3PO. And every time I go and I look for like the vintage size action figures for Star Wars, I can only find Lando. Lando's the only one that's ever there. Well, I finally found Ahsoka, and I found Reva, third sister, which is she even in a novel or anything like that, or is she just made up?
I think they just made her up for the show. Use basketballs for dodgeball.
I have played dodgeball with basketballs. It is brutal, man. You don't want to do that.
That's like playing football on concrete. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Does not sound fun.
All right, I don't know what this is, so let's go.
Oh,
That's the best.
You got to get the ASMR mic on that opening there, Rich.
What happened with fingerprints? Not a lot of fingerprints on it.
I didn't use my teeth, AOA. All right. These are pre-orders. So, no, these aren't pre-orders. I got these on New Comic Book Day. So, I get this.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
My comic shop didn't have the foil. I don't know why they didn't.
Did you read that?
Not yet, but I got 2 of these.
Really? Nice.
Oh, lucky.
So it's a Micah 1 in 25, and this is your Malik as White Adam, which is a dumb name, and they should change that.
I read the story. It was good. It was a good book. It was a good read.
And that's it.
Is there like a regular Adam, just an Adam?
Black Adam. He's
Well,
a
you got
secondary.
Black Adam, but is there just an Adam? Black Adam, White Adam, Adam,
No, there's just those 2 right now. So.
Adam, and Adam.
I was gonna break some cards, guys, but unfortunately, I got to get going. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload a video. I'm gonna go ahead and break it in the Pokemons and do a video and upload it tonight. So please stay tuned for that. We appreciate all you guys. Kyle, where can everybody find you?
Right here.
Thresholds.
I'm right here. I'm found.
No, on social media besides Facebook. Are you on IG?
Yeah, as Kyle
like
479.
different accounts on IG.
And you can find me at Thresholds of Reality.
Thresholds
We're
of
gonna do it on
Reality.
Sunday.
What is it? What's Thresholds of Reality? Is that a channel?
It's it's a channel. It's our paranormal podcast.
Sam, where can everybody
that
find you online?
I have 3 different accounts, but the ones you guys are going to want to look at are Thresholds of Reality, one word, and Triple D Dodgeball. And I have my personal IG. That's probably the one that has the most followers, but it's just me and my family and stuff. You guys don't really care about that.
Hey, pussy, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram.
I was talking to the cat.
Oh, sorry, Gordy. He's fat, dude. He's like 18 pounds, man. He's a fat cat.
No, Ferdie, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Whatnot on Wednesday, on Wednesdays at 5:00, and Tales from the Flip Side on Wednesdays at 4:15 Pacific time. And yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me.
All right. Shout out to Ferdbird, the nerd, and his show. Shout out to Tales from the Flip Side. Good guys over there. Chris Colbert, Dino, Big Leg. You guys know.
Where?
Good people. Tales from the Flip Side.
Never heard of it.
You might have heard of him. And then you can find me on Monday on this channel. I will be putting together the new comic book day spec picks for next Wednesday, and I'm going to have an FOC list, not this week but next week, and I'm trying to get Tacos and Comics to do the FOC list every week. I'll talk to him about it later, but yeah, follow me on IG, _DO1LAR_, and share, comment, subscribe. We love you all. Toodaloo.